Welcome to this lecture video. In this video, I am going to explain oscillations and waves under which forced oscillations, which comes under module 1 of engineering physics prescribed by VTU. So let us look into the points that we are going to discuss. So here I am going to discuss forced oscillations and resonance. So forced oscillations, let us look at a mechanical case. It is a steady state of sustained vibrations of a body. The forced vibrations survive as long as the external periodic force is present. When a body of mass m executing vibrations with an external periodic force, that is F sine p of t, here p is angular frequency of the external force. The damping force acting on the body is minus r into dx by dt, along with restoring force, that is minus kx. The resultant force is given by minus r dx by dt minus kx plus f sine pt. As according to Newton's second law of motion, the resultant force is given by m into d square x by dt square. So we can write m into d square x by dt square is equal to minus r dx by dt minus kx plus f sine pt, or m into d square x by dt square plus r into dx by dt plus kx is equal to f sine pt. So dividing throughout by m, we get d square x by dt square plus r by m into dx by dt plus k by m into x, that is equal to f by m sine pt. And here we can look at the oscillations that result when an external oscillating force is applied to the particle subjected to simple harmonic motion. For example, a child on a swing can be kept in motion by appropriately timed pushes. The amplitude of motion remains constant if the energy input per cycle of motion exactly equals the decrease in mechanical energy in each cycle and results from resistive forces. Vibrations of tuning fork placed on a resonating box make the walls of the box and the air inside oscillate. Let us consider F is equal to F naught cos omega F into T be the oscillating applied force. So here in this case F is equal to MA, and we can get m into d square x by dt square plus b into dx by dt plus kx is equal to f naught cos omega f into t. Now let us look at the resonance condition. Consider a body of mass m vibrating in a resistive medium under the influence of external force. If omega is the natural frequency of vibration, then the equation for amplitude of vibration is given by a is equal to f by m divided by square root of 4b square p square plus omega square minus p square whole square. So here is a graph of amplitude versus frequency. So when a natural frequency of a body matches with the forced frequency, then the amplitude of vibration enormously increases, and the phenomenon is known as resonance. Here we can look at three cases. For b is equal to 0 and for b is low and for b a large value. So this picture clearly shows the resonance condition. Now let us look at the examples of resonance. Oscillations of the stretched string kept under the influence of oscillating magnetic field caused by oscillating current. The string vibrates with maximum amplitude when the applied frequency matches with natural frequency of the string. And let us look at the Helmholtz volume resonator. So in this case, a bulb or a glass jar filled with water, and a tuning fork is excited and kept near the mouth of the resonator. As we remove water from the jar for a particular volume of air column in the jar matches with the frequency of the tuning fork, then resonance takes place. So here the resonance frequency V is equal to, that is F is equal to V by 2m into square root of A by L into V, where V is the velocity of sound and L is the length and A is the area of the opening and mu is the volume of the resonator. So this is what about the Helmholtz resonator under which the resonance takes place. Now let us look at a problem. A 20 gram oscillator with a natural frequency 10 radians per second is vibrating in damping medium. The damping force is proportional to the velocity of the vibrator. If the damping coefficient is 0.17, how does the oscillator decays? So here the given data is m is equal to 20 grams and omega is equal to 10 radians per second and r is equal to 0.17, and using the formula B is equal to R by 2m, we can calculate the value of B as 4.25 and further B square is equal to 18.06. Also we know that omega square, that is equal to 10 square, that is equal to 100. So here B square is less than omega square, which satisfies the condition for underdamping. As a result, the oscillation's amplitude decreases with time. Now consider another problem. A mass of 4.3 gram is attached to a spring of spring constant, that is 17 Newton per meter. This mass spring system is executing simple harmonic motion. Find the frequency of the external force which excites resonance in the system and ignore the mass of the spring. So here the value of m is equal to 4.3 gram, convert that into kg, and the value of k is equal to 17 Newton per meter. So using the equation omega is equal to square root of k by m and omega is equal to 2 pi mu, the value of mu is equal to 1 by 2 pi into square root of k by m, or which is equal to 1 by 2 pi into square root of 17 by 4.3 from minus 3. On simplification, the value of mu is equal to 10.007 Hertz. The next problem is a mass of 0.5 kg causes an extension of 0.03 meter in a spring and the system is set for oscillations. Find the force constant for the spring, angular frequency and time period of the resulting oscillation. Here the given data is x is equal to 0.03 meter, m is equal to 0.5 kg, and what is k, what is omega and what is t, and also the value of g given as 9.8 meter per second square. Now let us use the formula k is equal to f by x. F is nothing but mg, so k is equal to mg by x. So substitute the contents, that is 0.5 into 9.8 by 0.03. So the value of k is equal to 163.3 Newton per meter. And we know that omega is equal to square root of k by m. So substitute the value of k and m, then we will get omega is equal to 18.07 radians per second. And the period t is equal to 2 pi by omega, or that is equal to 2 pi by 18.07. So on simplification we will get the value of t as 0.3477 seconds. Thank you.